What's up? It's Matty from A Loss for Words, and this is how music saved my life. How did I get involved with music? Okay, so basically, I started off listening to like R&B and hip hop. Surprise, surprise, for those of you who know me. I was an only child for a while, and I had no one to like show me music or anything, so I was all based on the radio, which most kids get started out by. Maybe now it's YouTube, whatever. But so I was into like Jodeci and Boyz II Men and Nas and Biggie and all that stuff. Basically, I worked at a pizza shop in 8th grade, and I worked with a kid named Chris Ranahan, and he was like, yo man, like this music's cool, I listen to Biggie and stuff too, but like, yo, you should check out some of these like punk and like pop punk bands that I listen to. I was like, alright, I don't know what that is, but yeah, whatever. So I was spinning pizzas downstairs, and I had my little Discman Walkman back in the day with speakers plugged in, and he gave me a book of a bunch of CDs, and he said to check out New Found Glory and Saves the Day. Those are his favorite ones. So I put in Nothing Gold Can Say by New Found Glory, and it started off with like, the needle on my record player, and I was like, this is cool. Like this is cool. I had no idea what it was. That it's cool. So the next day I came back and gave him the book, and I was like, yo, dude, this is crazy. Like, so many good bands. Like, which one do you like the most? I was like, I like Through Being Cool the most. He's like, well, keep the CD and keep listening to it and get involved in this music. I was like, cool. And that's when it all started. And just from there, I got into like punk rock and hardcore more, and went to those shows. I was going to every show. I don't care. I listen to every kind of music you can possibly think of. We've been a band for about 14 years almost now. You know, Marky and Mikey joined the band probably like 8 or 9 years ago. I mean, they're pretty much original members. Basically, when we changed our name to A Loss for Words, they were both already in the band. Yeah, I mean, I'm a dedicated man to everything that I do. When I'm passionate about something, I don't give up on it. There's been a lot of obstacles and everything around the way, but we're still a strong band. I have like these two voices in my head, and one's just like, yo, keep doing it, and have fun. You know, like you work so hard to do it, and then I have another voice that's like, yo, stop playing music. You know, it's time to get a real job and do your thing. And it's definitely the toughest struggle that I go through at the age of 29, going on 30. But then I go to work, and you know, I love the money and everything, but I'm not happy. You know what I mean? And like, I'm happy when I'm out here with my best friends making $10 a day. That's what makes me happy. There's got to be a point in time where we find the balance, how to do it. But I'll never give up music, never. You know, this means way too much. Not a lot of people care about you. You know, there's very few people. But the very few people that care about you so much that you don't even know about it. You don't even appreciate it. Life is a very crazy thing, and there's going to be so many changes in it. People that I thought I was going to be best friends with forever, things change, and you got to really appreciate and really go out of your way to go out and help and support your friends that you know that will be there till the end. And don't try to be cool, because it will never work. Being cool to me is just being yourself, being a nerd. You know what I mean? I don't care what anybody thinks about me. I'll stay strong. If I truly believe in what it is, I will do anything to stay true to myself, stay true to my friends and my family. And the most important thing to younger kids is family. And as you get older, you don't really, you know, you really appreciate it then. But when you're younger, you don't understand how much these people love you. You almost are like, leave me alone, leave me alone. But as you get older, you're like, I can't wait to see my mom. I can't wait to see my stepfather. I can't wait to see my sister. I can't wait for Thanksgiving and just to hang out with my grandmother. That's what I've learned over the years. You know, I learned that those people care about me so much that I didn't really understand it when I was younger. But now, as I'm older, you know, I realize it. So just appreciate everybody who truly goes out of the way for you. You know what I mean? And just always stick up for the underdog. That person that's walking around at the show by themselves, you know, that has, you know, some weird shirt on or something like that, but, you know, they're moshing around and they're headbanging and doing all this stuff that you think is kind of cheesy. You know what? That kid's just having a good time. He's letting loose. Go show that dude some love. You know what I mean? That's what it's about. Because later on in life, you're going to affect that kid's life in a more positive way than you think, and that is the most inspiring thing for me, for kids that come up to me and go, hey man, that one time at a show, you came up and said what's up to me. Like, I had no friends. Like, I never said this to you, but thank you. That shit means more to me than anything. I don't give a shit about being cool. Being cool is stupid. Enough. I talk too much. How has suicide affected my life? Definitely in multiple ways. And one, I have no proof, and I'm not going to say any names. But there's one person that passed away years ago, and we played a show with Junction 18, and me and one of my best friends, Danny Poulin, who I started this band with, he played in Lions. He plays a big role in this scene. Basically, we had a friend of ours who told the rest of our band to get other rides home. Not in a mean way, not like, you know, find another ride, but he had something he wanted to talk to us about. So we drove home with him from Boston. So we went back, and this dude was just like crazy dude. Tough dude, always got in trouble, you know, in and out of drugs, in and out of jail, all this stuff. On the way back home, he just kept stressing you know, how much he loved us and how much he meant to him, and like, you know, how proud he is of us. We thought it was weird, and when we dropped him off, he just kept saying, "I love you guys," and we're just like, yo, it's a little out of character for him. He's always a lovable dude and not afraid to show affection. I mean, the dude was like 6'4", you know, like 300 pounds, like I said, tough as nails. And he passed away 2 days later. So I don't know, you know, for a fact, you know, if it was, you know, suicide or you know, if it was just a coincidence or whatever. But either way, I love that dude to death. And that was definitely like a weird point in time. I mean, I've thought about committing suicide before in my life. It's not something you want to talk about or something that's cool or anything like that. But I mean, there's definitely been times in my life when, you know, I thought like, oh, that, like, you know, maybe I can find happiness someplace else, and you know, and I want to go away, like, respect it and you know, and just end it here because I'm happy where I'm at. But then I go, are you stupid? Like, what do you like? Are you serious? People that know me, I'm very like I'm hyperactive and stuff, and like my brain goes, I think about 10 years from now, and it's crazy. So sometimes my brain gets a little too worked up about things, and I have to like calm myself down, which sounds crazy, which I think it is, but I don't want to go to the hospital to get tested for being crazy. But no, I think it's good that I know that I'm past that, and I've worked on the things, the people, the person that made me feel that way, and I've gotten past it, and I realize like I have a million friends, and I have one person who brought me down, and that one person who brought me down can't even compare to the million friends that I have. So what I was doing was selfish. So, I mean, it's weird to talk about. It's actually the first time I ever talked about it. But I think, you know, for anybody who's actually listening and stuff like that, I mean, I think that we all go through those thoughts, and I think it's normal. And I think you gotta sit down and go, okay, yeah, things are bad right now, but tomorrow, what can I do to make my life better? Because you can change yourself. You can be like, you know what, I'm not happy with who I am. I was a bad person before. I did bad things. I'm going to move to California tomorrow and just become this good person that I want to be. You can do anything you want. Nothing can stop you. If you put your mind to it, you can do anything. And I think that's a really important thing to know, that things can always get better. You can go from, you know, from the rock bottom, and you got to work yourself back up. But if you feel bad for yourself, you're never going to get away from it. It's all about positivity. You know, H2O, getting back into music, that PMA, you know, positive mental attitude. That says it all right there. You just gotta overcome. You got to find the goodness, and that's why I think this music scene, hardcore, punk rock, pop punk, whatever the hell you want to call it, to me it's just music. It can change your life.